So Kajal is this incredible fireball of enthusiasm, of energy, and compassion. I remember the very first day that I saw Kajal, and Kajal is smaller than an average student her size, but she has this smile that just immediately opens your heart and invites you into her world.
The first thing I think about when I think of Kajal is her smile and her eyes. She's a person that's always smiling, laughing, very talkative. So, I mean, she's amazing.
Kajal is a girl in the 6th grade, and Kajal Patel, she has a dog, and her brother is Anshul, and he's in 9th grade right now. And she likes croutons.
She's my best friend, and we've known each other since 5th grade. It's been really hard because I don't have my best friend anymore with me.
So she has an autoimmune problem where her own white cells are attacking her own veins. So before, it started 2 years back, but it was just things we could, things that are skin related, and we were dealing with it, but over time it started attacking her veins in her brain. She had her first stroke in November of, not this past year, but 2011. And then, so the doctor had told us at that time that maybe we need to do something more, about this. And they said that might be done with a bone marrow transplant.
As adults, we knew the odds. The statistics were not in our favor of being able to find one. I think it was 1 in 20,000 is what we needed.
My first question was, can we get swabbed? And then and I was told, no, you're too young. So I decided that I knew we needed to do something. We couldn't just let it go and just see what happened. So me and my family talked after church one day, and we came up with having a bone marrow drive for her.
Well, my first contact was a telephone call, which is very normally the way I'd learn about something. Initially, Sherry Goggin, who's a friend, and told me what the children were attempting to do. And then, of course, as soon as, it was like a snowball, because all of a sudden it was in the newspaper, it was on the radio, I had TV coverage on it. Everywhere you looked, but we were hearing about the drive to get people to be swabbed so that they could be bone marrow donors.
First one, it was at 4 p.m. When we got there, there was a line of people. We didn't know if they were going to come, but they were there. It was overwhelming because I didn't know there would be that much people wanting to help Kajal.
And then after that, we went to the melting point, and there a lot of people swabbed, and we sang on the stage there. We sang our song, and we got a lot of people after that. And then next, some of the adults went to the Georgia Theater, but my mom, I went until 2, and my mom said I needed to get some rest before the next day because it was going to be busy. So then after that, we went to the Tate Center in the morning, and the whole class was there, so we were just running around asking everyone there if they would swab to help our friend. And
the atmosphere was amazing. I can remember walking up to the Tate Center that day when I was able to go down and start volunteering in the drive, and there was music and there was balloons and there were lines of students, and I have to say I was absolutely shocked. I got chill bumps just like I'm getting right now when I saw the excitement around all of these students wanting to be swabbed, taking time out of their day. Some were missing classes, some were late for classes, but they wanted to be a part of all this.
But since that is one of the most populated areas, people are there every day, all day, handing you flyers, asking you to donate blood, to give money, for every area under the sun that you can imagine, asking you to do stuff. And so you become immune to it, and you're like, oh, okay, I don't really need to stop anymore.
So I actually found out about the Marrow Drive on campus just by walking past it. It was a real central location. But I did exactly that. I walked past it. I don't know, it all seemed scary. I didn't really know what that meant, and everyone's got a lot of preconceived notions about what donating bone marrow is gonna feel like. And I was like, you know what? Might have to take a pass on that one.
Well, we couldn't get swabbed, so we just went around to college students who were old enough to get swabbed and just asked them to get swabbed. They didn't even know who we were, so, and it was kind of, it wasn't even embarrassing because we were doing it for our friend, and so we just went up to them, and they, even if they said no, we just kept going.
And he turned me around and he said, "Hey, have you, done the bone marrow thing?" And I was like, "I gotta go to class, it sounds cool." He's like, "I'd really appreciate it if you could do it. It's a girl from my school, and my family is pretty close to this. So you don't have to, but it'd mean a lot." And I was like, "Let's just go that direction." And we just kind of turned around.
For a not so great situation for Kajal, there seemed to be just a lot of excitement around being able to help out and be involved. And during that 6-hour drive, over 1,700 students and folks in the community came through that to participate. So it was a great success, I would say.
Just sitting and waiting is the hard part, and that's what kept me going. I throughout the day, I would just sit there and watch those videos, and I knew because these innocent, small, young children were making this call out to make it happen, and they stepped up and did what they could, and I was impressed with the whole breaking the record, and never imagined that something like that would happen.
So the Guinness Book of World Records had the record of 2,000 swabs in 24 hours. So we wanted to beat it, and we ended up getting 4,004 swabs in 24 hours.
It was amazing. The first day I was told that a match was found, and several matches were possible. And I just wanted to call everybody myself, and not just announce it, on Facebook or whatever, because I was just touched by everybody's efforts. And then it's amazing how, while I was on the phone with these parents, they were running to because I called really late at night when I found out. It was like 10:30, or it was on school night, I think, and they were going to tell their children at night, waking them up, and everybody screaming, and
I just started jumping up and down. I was so happy, and we went out and people were interviewing me and one of my friends at 4 o'clock in the morning about it, so we were just got out of bed, and we were so excited.
Swabbed my cheek. It took 10 minutes in between classes. And I was like, well, that's a long shot. It's 1 in 40,000 odds or whatever, so no big deal. Yeah, and just move on with my day. By July, I had gotten a call. I was headed to visit a friend and got an email that came through and said, "Hey, you're a potential match. Don't freak out, but we just need you to give us a call, and we'll ask you a couple questions, see where to go from there." And found out about a month later that I was a 99% match with a 6-year-old boy with leukemia, acute lymphoblastic leukemia. October 19th of 2012, I got to wake up early and go lie down on a table, and all the hard work was done on my end. The doctors did what they needed to do. I just have 2 little dots on the top part of my hip, but in a very real way, I gave of myself, and this kid is going to get to try again, which is really cool, and kind of give his body that fresh start that it's been looking for.
In the end, we feel like we were seeking a hero for Kajal, but Kajal has made heroes out of all of the children who worked on this project. She also is a hero for others across the country who have found bone marrow matches because of her and because of the leadership of her classmates.
I would absolutely say Kajal's my hero. And as soon as I meet my little 6-year-old recipient, I hope they get to know each other, because she's his hero too. And I hope that they can just really maybe form that bond. And it's connected through fate, it's connected through God, it's whatever you want to call it. But I'm connected to a 6-year-old that I haven't met yet, and Kajal's connected to me, whether she likes it or not, and I think it's a pretty cool bond.
The risk, if they didn't step forward, was like a lot of things. We all could sit there and we hope for the best. We wish it was gonna be okay. We wish that somebody would step up and do something. And I think that's what a lot of us do, because we don't know what the result's gonna be. It's not safe for us, however we define safe. But in this instance, the kids chose to want to take that leap, to step outside of it. And so the results that we achieved were also not normal. And so I think by choosing to take that leap and to take that risk, we were able to accomplish something that, again, was not normal. Odds weren't in our favor, but not only did we meet the odds, we blew past those odds. We found 5 matches, which is almost unheard of.
So I just want to thank everyone from the bottom of my heart for everything everyone has done, and especially her friends. These children at school have made a big difference in my child's life, and I just can't wait till the day she's able to see and to feel what I felt with all that's going on.